Okay, I think I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm okay. That was pretty sad, bro. Now Hida hits a really weird spot for me. Like she's a small little girl crying. Ah, that's not easy for me to handle. It's not easy to watch. Of course
I'm
not.
alright.
No, you're not.
I'm just a little confused.
Then you're not. Alright.
We've just saved the world, right?
Then why are you so sad?
So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
A ether with the special constitution coming in to remember what everyone was supposed to forget. Let's go. Main character ether.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Yeah, even Paimon forgot. Okay, never mind. I'll take this to my grave. No, let's take it to our grave. It's a secret that no one shall know. Yeah, I changed my mind. Let's tell her. Oh, the balladeer. The balladeer? It's not the balladeer? Maybe it's the laws. Or maybe something's going on with the world. Because imagine removing... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I think I know what's happening. It's the doctor, isn't it?
Huh? That sound. Traveler! Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long.
Yeah.
But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
Yeah, I figured. But how is it that Ether just gets knocked out from freaking...
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world.
Okay, I get it. I get it. He sort of copied his thought processes, way of thinking. I don't know how to put it, but you get what I'm saying. He sort of copied them at different stages of his life and created clones. Essentially, he's saying he has clones.
Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time.
Yep.
So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life.
Yeah, creating puppets.
Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment?
Okay. Alright, dude.
It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all.
What's going on with this back and forth, dude? Is this some kind of like debate?
All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that Electro-Gnosis in battle.
Electro-Gnosis.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but...
But what?
What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness.
They're trying to play some mind game here, debate kind of thing going on, but I'm just like... You just want the Gnosis, and she just wants you to freaking take a hike. That's it. That's all that it boils down to.
As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
So is that like the different parts of him?
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Okay. So I thought maybe he made clones in different bodies, but it's in his body. So clones in the same body, clones of his thought processes. Essentially, like there's a word for this. Alter ego? No, there's another word for it. It you know what I mean, right? There's another word for it. Different people, exactly. Whatever. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's
Here,
go.
take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
Yes, go away.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker?
No, go away, dude.
Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
No.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
No.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
The thing that freaking Balladeer said. It was the thing that Balladeer said in the first event that Genshin had. The meteor event thing. The one with Fischl and freaking this astrologer, Mona, when they chased the balladeer all the way to the island. The island, that island, the one with the abyss portal thing, right? They're bringing it back.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
Yes, I knew it. The truth was the fact that this is a game. It's a freaking game, and they can't understand it.
Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Oh my god. For a gnosis, I don't know. Yeah. Genshin, you want to hide this and reveal it at a later day. Oh, something so profound and meaning. Whatever, dude. Skip the explanation. Why don't you just show us the explanation, in fact? The sky is fake.
Together! Okay. Wake him up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right?
Okay, you know what? As bad as as irritated as I am reading this, like skipping, them not just showing us the stuff so we can get the context early and not going, oh, what a surprise. It saves time, so I'm at least happy about that. I don't have to waste time going through another hour of explanations and transitions and 6 days worth of content in their time, right? It just saves me time, so whatever.
Traveler, let's go!
I think that was a bad move. As bad as it was, she would have been able to use it properly. I think the problem is that the freaking sages made it so that whatever, okay, maybe turning it off was the best way to go. Let them touch some grass, right? Oh my god. Again. Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Let's finish this up, shall we?
Looks like you're awake.
It's night now. I was trying to freaking do part of the Nilo quest to get to this point. It took a while. It took like some time, but anyway, we're here, so let's continue.
Yep.
Yeah.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
Again, it's not morning, but okay.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy. Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
What? You don't need to eat so much. How are you so skinny if you're eating so much?
And paimon bets, they're all delicious. Someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Dude, it's not. Okay, but this time at least we won, right? I mean, we did beat Signora the other time, but like, it was kinda not a good victory because we lost the electro thing. Well, this time is also, we lost the thing, but we actually won. It's just Nahida gave it away. Right? She but she didn't give it away for free. At least this time around we got something for it, right? It's not like Zhangli gave away his thing so that he could quit. Or freaking Venti getting kicked in the, in the thingy. Anyway, yeah, let's go celebrate that. Yeah, well, it's not that amazing. Well, this time it was pretty good.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh, you're embarrassing me.
But it's true. It's the truth. Why you... Never mind.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
This time around, people saw like the fight with the video thing, right? They saw the what am I even saying? Of course they did. I mean, they did show the people seeing it and helping out.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects.
Hmm.
The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Okay.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it, not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Why? Why even add this line to the game? This makes no...
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
Jeez.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Come on, Travel, you should talk more. You should talk more.
I think I'll start with these questions.
Just saying. Just saying. You should talk more. You should definitely talk more, Traveler. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Okay.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests?
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right? Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon! We got your letters, so here we are! You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet. Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
You're right, I guess.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
I do have a camera though.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here. There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
So you're not gonna... never mind.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered?
Fine.
If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Okay. Alright, I'll do it.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now. When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Okay. Let's go. I'll hate them is first, I guess. What's up with the door?
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Isn't it the guy who freaking was like, don't tell me the answer. Let me find it for myself.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the house of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Jesus, dude. Talk about too much information right now. Cave, that's the blonde guy. I remember him from the event. Okay, maybe I am going the wrong way. Maybe. Okay, maybe I am. Damn it, man. Aha! Man, this road is... Jesus. I'm back here again. Really? Really? So I went out for no reason? Okay. I guess maybe that was my bad. Okay. Alright, okay. House of Dana. House of Dana.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
We saw him. We were running right towards him, so I don't know why he...
Oh, he's over there! But it looks like
like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Do what?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see.
What?
Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
An architect without a house.
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
So is that the theme Mihoyo went with?
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Okay.
Haytham?
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Feels kinda strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6th grade schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
Yeah.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
All right, I'll see you there. The House of Dana is the last quiet place in the whole Academia now. I was originally planning to stay here a little longer, but there's a chance that Kaveh might show up again. Tuh, what a nuisance. I'd better go somewhere else.
Okay. But then again, never mind. I was about to complain about something, like why can't the quest just end, right? But never mind. We'll just play. Let's just play, right? Let's just play. Let's do it. Let's play. Let's just play. Let's just play. Let's play. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. I wonder what quests I have to do before going to Fontaine. Right? I need to know what quests or rather I just need to play and hope I hit Fontaine soon. I know
this
there's...
is poor Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Dunyazard.
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyazard! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Take some asses and beat some names. Yeah.
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
No, he didn't mention that.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I guess that's a fair point.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Dress code as if you could actually dress in anything else. There's just no way that would happen.
By the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right, on to our next stop.
Does Raman want to become part of the freaking thingy?
After recovering from Elazar, everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you. I've got time.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
You can count me in.
In the desert. Hey. Free stuff. Alright. Time to freaking finish this thing off, right? Sino's the last guy left. After Sino, we do the feast and everything is done, right? Right? Well, as I was saying, the only quest I think that's left would be carry bat, carry bread, carry whatever the name is. The one with Dainsleif. Dainsleif. The thorn in the abyss's side. Well, that's what I assume. I probably need to do Nahida's quest, right? But I'll probably try and do that after I finish Fontaine. I'd rather do the main star quest first, is what I mean.
The numbers are correct.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
No, Raman.
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Raman! And, Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
would tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Did they get together? Is that what happened?
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
Okay.
What?
I expected that at least.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Okay, never mind. I started jumping to the freaking relationship thing first because that's the thing she complained about a lot during that quest. Just saying.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites.
Okay.
My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend.
You say 2 days like you don't account for the fact that you said 2 days like you actually account for the fact that you teleported here, right? If it were in actual sense, you would have to walk, right? Or maybe everyone just uses the waypoints like freaking common practice, right? Like just teleporting everywhere.
At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
That's too much. Can you write it down? Maybe could you like use like a recorder or something and say that in the recorder? That's too much. I don't think I remember that.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
I can't believe he actually wrote that down.
Got it.
You wrote that down? 2 days. It didn't go up into the sky. Why didn't this thing go up? It usually goes up like whoop, 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 whoop. Shoo. Whoosh. Whoa.
Today's the big day!
Finish talking. You were saying something. Paimon. Go! Whatever. She was saying something and then I just cut her off. But whatever.